1 second. Perfect. Thank you very much for coming again. I don't know if there's anybody new that wasn't here yesterday, or everybody was here yesterday, right? Good. Perfect. So while they bring a cable that we're missing to connect the OPS, I'm gonna start basically running over what we did yesterday, so to refresh your minds as well, and to also have it recorded on the camera so that you can go back to it anytime that you need to check and see what's, if you have forgotten something, for example. So, first of all, we're going to go through the SBS Note real quick. As you can see, this is the simpler version of the software available again on Android only. So the Android side of the panel has the SBS Note, while the Windows side of the panel has the Starboard software, which we'll go through again a bit later. So again, the purpose of the SBS Note software is for you to come to class. You don't have to prepare anything. You basically just turn on the panel, go into the board and start writing and start teaching straight away without having to prepare the class in advance. When you are wanting to prepare a class, then you better use the Starboard software, which you can download on your computer and do it at home, or just have it wherever you want to have it. You can connect it here, I think. Perfect, thank you. With the SBS Note, you have direct access to the internet anytime, so you can bring any resources that you are needing from the internet straight away to the program without any kind of preparation. So in those tools, like I showed you yesterday, would be, well, the basic tools such as a timer and voting tools that you have seen already. I've been told that you've already used a timer by some of you. Very simple tool, so you can see. Apart from that, some different tools such as a spotlight can help with making some revealing games which are appealing for mostly little kids. So that's also another tool that's quite nice. We have the meeting room function. Once the security policies of the network are cleared, then you can also make use of the meeting room function if you want to share an explanation with another classroom. So if one teacher is doing an explanation here, can share the meeting with the other panel in the other classroom so that the kids can also see it in the other classroom. So it's kind of duplifying the whatever is being written in this panel to the other one. It's quite simple and quite nice function as well. Apart from this, the star function of the SBS Note would be the basically the search function on Google directly from the Android side of the panel, so from the SBS Note. This allows you, like I said before, to not have to prepare everything, rather just bring it directly from your Google browser straight to the board without having to prepare anything. So here you can work your way. If you have nothing prepared for the class, and you basically just bring it in here and go online and bring in any content that you would want to bring and start the class this way. So this is very useful for many scenarios, as you can imagine, such as in this case geography. Also another function that I didn't show yesterday was the memo function. Basically, you tap on the memo function and we'll create like a little note here. And what this does is that wherever you go, the note will come with you. Even if you go to the OPS as well, so the Windows side, or anything that is connected, the note will stay here. So anywhere you go, you will have this note. So it could be maybe a math formula that you're putting on as like a sticky note on the board that you want everybody to remember, or anything in general can be put as a sticky note, even text, anything. So that is also a really nice feature. We're doing a little bit of a faster run today on the SBS Note and the other software so that we don't stay the longest time like we did yesterday with every single tool, but in any case, we will see them all as well. Split screen function, again, basically this allows multiple students to write simultaneously without crossing in each other's spaces, and also do multicolor, of course, etc. You can do erasing and writing at the same time. Again, this is quite unique to us at the moment. Starboard is the only manufacturer able to do this function on Android side. On Windows, It's a bit broader because the development is easier. So on the Android side, we're currently the only ones able to do this together with the search function. It's a unique development to us. Apart from this, you have formulas, which basically are non-interactive. These ones are basically just you can put them in the board and that's it. However, on the function side, for example, this is a feature that I showed yesterday on the Starboard software as well. So we have it on both software. So what we're doing is little by little bring in all the features from the Starboard software into the SBS Note. We want to bring in as many as possible. Bear in mind, of course, when using Windows, you're using a stronger processor most of the time. You're using more RAM, more storage. At the end of the day, it's easier to have a more complex software inside of Windows than on Android. But we're bringing little by little as many functions as we can, and we're gonna bring them all at some point, hopefully. We have as well the galleries, and at this point we have the physics and chemistry gallery. Basically, you have some content regarding physics in this case that you can use for your classes. These are also found on the Starboard software. We have also the gallery of chemistry. I will show you now. The interesting thing about this gallery is that basically they're all SVG images, which means that the quality doesn't drop even though you make them larger. Doesn't matter how large you make them, the quality will not drop. Okay, so these are optimized images to be able to take as less space as possible and bring them into the board without overloading it. The chemistry gallery, we're going to bring as many galleries as we can. The next one will be geography, which should be released in the next update. And then we're going to go language, arts, etc. But yeah, there you go. And also in the next update, you will see another one that is called resource, which will basically allow you to access our whole gallery. So the whole gallery that you saw on the Starboard software yesterday, you will be able to access it from here as well. However, it will be online. So if you go on the gallery, you will have to download anything. It takes just a second, but you would have to download it and bring it to the board. This is again, while the images are not completely optimized to take as less space as possible, then you would have to download them so that you don't basically overload the board. If you would like to keep them, then you would have to save them. Otherwise, they will get destroyed at the end of the session, so that, again, the panel is not full with pictures or images or anything that the user is not actively using. Another tool that I didn't get to show yesterday was the text pen on the SBS Note. So basically, with the text pen, you are able to write anything here. There you go. You can write anything you want and it will turn directly into text. So what is interesting about this, that right after after converting it to text, you can tap here and it will bring you to Google directly with what you have written. All right, so it's turning basically something that you've written with stroke of your pen into text and then into an image in 2 taps. So it's quite useful. And not only you can do it directly with the text pen, but you can also use this other pen here. And then, for example, let's say we write cat and we select it, and then we turn it into text, and we can look at, I deleted it, sorry. That was my bad.
3 different languages or only English?
Yes, so at this stage, like our Starboard software reads also Arabic, for example, if you set it onto Arabic. However, the SBS currently is only English supported. It will be more languages in the future. We're bringing them little by little, as I said. So let's write anything, dog. Then we select it and we turn it into text. And then we can do search directly and it will search dog. Let's say we like this one. Once it loads, then we can again bring it to the board. Okay, hopefully the image is compatible. Yeah, great. So then you're turning something that you wrote with a normal pen into an image in a couple taps, and this makes it much easier. Again, I showed yesterday an example of you writing many words and then a kid wanting to know what the meaning of one of those words was, and then you can turn it into text and look for a picture for an easier explanation on the subject, right? It's quite useful, and you can do many things with it. Again, creativity will be the only limit to this function. Apart from this, you can connect your OneDrive or Google Drive account. So if the school has a OneDrive or Google Drive account where you save content and the teachers share with each other, then you can also have access here. You can save your sessions as well. So you can, for example, name each session as class of the 27th of May, right? And then you can save them directly into your drive and have access to them anytime, both on the Starboard software and on the SBS Note. You can also use our cloud, which means that if you save through our cloud, like I said, it will give you an extraction code, which you will be able to use afterwards by downloading. So you basically write it down, it's going to be 4 or 5 digits, and then when you come again to the SBS Note and you want to open your cloud file, you just have to put that code and you will get it. That's another way of saving it if you want to use our cloud. However, normally schools prefer to just set up their Google Drive or OneDrive account and have direct access to it. You can, like I said, save locally as well. It's very easy. You can do the QR code sharing, which will basically allow you to share directly with a QR code that you will be able to scan with your phone and download directly into your phone as a PDF or as an image, for example. Then we have, for example, the email function. Like I said, you can share directly emailing to anybody that you want to email. If you have an email group, you can also send directly to those emails, and it's quite simple. Afterwards, we have this function as well, which is quite nice, especially for any math teacher that we have here, which I know we have one. So you could do, for example, any equation that you want to do. For example, let's do pi plus 3. And you get here the result directly into the board with anything that you write on it, right? So it basically solves the operation for you. So if you do, let's see, equals, etc. We'll solve the equation for you, and it's quite a neat tool if you want to use it. Only thing you have to bear in mind, it will give you the result. So if you want the kids to do it themselves, then of course then use the normal pen, right? Again, different colors that you can choose, no matter which one, okay? And then we have, again, just to show again so that it's recorded and you know how to do it, the setting with the touch threshold detection, okay? We set it up yesterday to basically work with one of the pens that I brought, which will be the ones that you will receive with the next shipment. Let me just grab one of them. So basically, this is one of the pens, and here it is. So again, you would do start detection with a small pen. In this case, the smaller input is going to be this pen, and the bigger input is going to be my finger. Or it could be this side of the pen is one input, and this other side of the pen is another input. So it really depends how you want to set it up. Then once you do start detection, it will basically detect as many points as possible here. Boom, boom, boom. And then you do end detection, and it will give you a range. I normally give it, depends on also on the big pen detection. When you do big pen and then you do with your finger, then you see that the difference is quite big. Yes? No, so you basically just tap as many times to register as many touches as possible, and it will give you the median of those. So it's 21. So basically it's telling you that from 0 to 5.4 millimeters will detect this pen, but from 5.4 millimeters to 21.9 will detect my finger, okay? I normally give it a bit more range, like I said. Since the range is quite large, I'll just give it 10, and from here, I'll just give it 30. And in that case, you ensure that in any case, also when you may have done a different stroke and it's just not, direct, you might also write like this, but you are ensuring that you get that same color all the time and not a different one. So when you do, for example, the first color would be green and the second would be black. So in this case will be black, and this case will be green. So then you have different color pens depending on what you're writing on. This also works if you bring different kids to the board. One can use the pen, the other one can use their finger, and this will make their work to be distinguishable, right?